Hello and welcome to St Paul's Cathedral, the home church for Anglicans in the Diocese of Melbourne, for our Bible talk. And along with me, Heather, Archdeacon of Melbourne and precentor of the Cathedral, we also welcome our Dean, Andreas, as always.
Lovely to see you, Heather.
Thank you, it is, isn't it? It's,
and I think Archie is here somewhere.
Archie is here too.
Hello,
Our
Archie.
Chief Prop is here today
Come on.
too.
might show
And
up.
I did try and make a costume for him today, but he managed to take it off several times before we even got into the cathedral. So I thought, well, obviously we won't be wearing that. Today we've also received some correspondence, as always. Thank you very much. Some parents have written in to tell us they've test run these Bible talks on children, and the children enjoyed them. So thank you very much for that. And also thank you to the person, Mr. Philippe Pataka in Ivanhoe, who sent the note saying, please bring milk home, and I will. Now, this week is Science Week, and that makes it very exciting for us. Normally, we would have school students and special speakers come to the cathedral for Science Week, but with the lockdown, we can't do that. So we're doing a virtual Science Week, and you can look on our website to find out more information about that. And for our Bible talking today, for Science Week, we're talking about protecting our oceans. Now, we're Bible talking, obviously, Science Week. Is that a science textbook?
Oh, well, it's a sort of book that contains a lot of truth in it.
Yes, it does.
Including lots of science.
Yes, what topic do you think it is?
It's about universal salvation of the world.
So would you say theology if you had to put it in one word?
Yes.
Good,
That's a good
that's what I was hoping you would say. Now, science and theology go together very well. Although through science we can observe how things work, how they develop, how they grow, what they're like, and make predictions and plans based on that information. But through theology, we can find out why that matters. Now, in the Bible, in the biblical thought, the word that we use to talk about protecting and being mindful of the need to care for our environment is the word stewardship. We use stewardship to describe the way we need to remember that God has given us good things, not for us just to use up by ourselves in a selfish way, but that we are given good things and they are for the good of everyone. Good tools, opportunities, talents, resources, time, energy. They are all for us to show what God's goodness and generosity are like. And if we think about the oceans and the seas, we find that they are homes for the biggest and some of the smallest creatures. So the blue whale is the
Biggest.
yes. And there are also teeny weeny one-cell organisms like the Warner weird, which is my favourite one at present.
Sounds amazing.
It is. It's actually found off the coast of Canada and Japan, and some scientists popped it under an electron microscope to look at it and found in effect that there was actually an eye looking back at them. It had complex eye structures at a subcellular level. Now, we don't have to go as far as Canada or Japan to be amazed by our
can't.
seas, do we?
That's really good.
Oh, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, we can't at the moment. Fortunately, we have amazing things just here in Port Phillip Bay and Western Port. We find dolphins and seals and penguins and all sorts of sea life. And just last month was the time when the giant spider crabs in Port Phillip Bay gather in the water near Blairgowrie every year, as they do, to molt their old shell and reveal a soft new shell that allows them to grow. Then they just disappear off for the rest of the year until next June and July, and then they do it all again.
What do you reckon they do in that time?
They don't know.
Oh.
They have actually done some testing trying to follow them. They don't know if they disperse through the bay or if they go as a whole big group and go into very deep parts of the bay.
Like a long holiday.
Yes, that's right, but scientists are trying to find it out. Well, pollution, overfishing, prioritising financial gain, laziness, disinterest, these are all problematic things in caring for our ocean. After the beautiful poetry in which we read in Genesis in the creation account, God specifically instructs Adam to till and keep the garden, that is, to help the garden grow, to care for the environment in which he is placed. And this is the same with all the good things that are given by God. The psalmist writes that the earth is the Lord's and all therein. And we see the principle expanded to the careful use and cultivation of everything we are given. We are to be stewards of the gifts we are given by the Holy Spirit for the benefit of others in the church. We are to be stewards of the money we have. God even tells his people in the book Deuteronomy that when they are farming, they should be stewards of their crops by leaving a bit around the edges of the field when they pick the crops, so that people who need food are able to take the bits that are left.
It's good that we have got some food for
Yes, that's
hungry people.
You can have that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've already eaten a couple. They're good.
That's lovely, thank you.
Yes,
I'll pop it right back here.
with the flour.
The flour.
So, just don't take everything for yourself is a theme threaded throughout the Bible. So fishing in a way that takes all the fish so you can make all the money from them is not a way to care for oceans. Letting pollution or rubbish run into the sea because it's difficult and expensive to run industry in a clean and environmentally wise way is not the way to care for the oceans. To continue practices that cause greenhouse gas emissions, that raise the temperature of the ocean so coral bleaching and other signs of degradation go ahead without changes to our behaviour is not the way to care for our oceans. Well, who is the beneficiary if we care for this world?
It'll be us, won't it?
Us, that's
Yeah.
right. Us,
Yeah.
animals, plants and fish. Now, all living creatures, really. Now, today, I haven't just brought Archie with me, I've also brought some fish. And I'm just going to go and get the fish so you can see them. It's just over here. Here it is.
Delicious.
There you
It's
are.
lovely. That's making up for that lunch I missed while I was on the scissor lift.
Excellent. Good.
Beautiful, thank you.
So, while Andres eats his chips, I'm just going to do a little painting over here, and I wonder if you can guess what it's going to be. Hang on a second. Here we are, get my paint. What do you think it's going to be?
It looks round.
It's big. Yes, what have we
Yeah,
just been
it's
talking
beautiful.
about?
Well, the world. We've been talking about the world and
Yes.
creation and science.
So, do you know what it's going to be, everybody? Here's what it is.
T. U. I. T. It's a tuet.
A tuet, yes, it is. It's a tuet. One of the things that we need to be stewards of is our time. We are to use our time so that we can get what needs to be done, what we like to do done, and get the helping that we should offer done. If you think that you don't have time to be worrying about the environment, you can do what I am doing now at home, and you can get around to it for yourself. It's what we call our worldview, our understanding of God's world and his gifts to us that helps us prioritise our stewardship, and so our energy, our resources, our creativity, our political will and our money.
Let's get round to it.
There it is.
Bye-bye.
See you later.